Well, hello again. We're in section 2.3. 2.3 is about writing equations of lines. We can get an equation from a line from different kinds of information. The kinds of information we're going to investigate are right here. So maybe you have the slope and the y-intercept. Maybe you have the slope at any point. Maybe you just have 2 points. You're just trying to get the equation of a line. We pretty much know everything about horizontal and vertical lines, but we will revisit that. And we'll talk about creating equations of lines parallel and perpendicular to given lines. And finally, we'll talk about using lines to model situations, real life style situations. That's the plan. We'll just start right off with the slope and intercept. Basically, we call this the slope-intercept form of the linear equation we say, suppose the slope is m, and the y-intercept 0, b, like that. So then, the equation is y equals mx plus b. That's pretty convenient that the slope ends up as the coefficient of x. And we said that earlier, that if you solve an equation for y, the slope ends up as the coefficient of x. And we also saw, but we didn't pay that much attention, that the constant over here would be the y-intercept. So let's see if we can't justify this. Uh-oh. I'll call it rationale. Why is this true? Well, we know, well, suppose xy is on the line. Okay. We know 0b is on the line. The segment connecting them has slope m. So we'll just write down that slope equation. M equals y minus y over x minus x, like that. And we just multiply both sides by x. Mx is y minus b, and then solve that for y. Y equals mx plus b. So that's the idea. The graphical picture of that we might want to consider. Here's b on the y-axis. Here's a point x, y on the line. There's that segment between the point, the y-intercept, which we should probably call it 0b, like that. And this slope here. Making that slope m forces y to be equal to mx plus b. So that's the slope-intercept form. Sometimes they'll ask you to produce an equation in slope-intercept form, and that means you want to take the equation and solve it for y and get y equals slope times x plus the intercept. So I'll just put a little check mark next to this. We did slope-intercept form. We'll move on in a second. Got to clear off this slide and get ready for more stuff.